Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome to a special Thanksgiving episode of the At Home Film Festival. Thanksgiving gets ignored a lot in the film world. Usually, right now, you're eating your turkey and stuffing and watching Christmas movies. It's too early. Let's spend the weekend together watching 7 Thanksgiving movies. It's kind of a quilted version of many different shows I've talked about before, as well as some new ones. Because I did a Thanksgiving episode 3 years ago, but nobody really watched it. But I have more followers now, more watches, so I want to reintroduce you to some of those movies. And I'm starting off with one that I'm technically including. I love this movie, Latter Days. You can find it on Tubi. It's romantic, it's lush. I will cry in this movie, and you'll sit through the whole film wondering why it's a Thanksgiving movie, according to Kevin. Well, stick with it and you will find out. But what other movies do we have in store? Let's take a look now. Perhaps the most classic of any Thanksgiving movie is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You could watch this on Paramount Plus, or guess what? You could go to the theater this weekend and watch it. I will watch it with my dear friend Carol, and our brother Nathan will be watching at the same time at his home in Idaho, because we love this movie. It is definitely Thanksgiving. I do have to show you a scene that I really love. So if you don't like the F word, I would skip the next minute and a half, but who doesn't like it when it's done so humorously?
No, Mom's gonna do the turkey. Yeah, Dad wants ambrosia, so I guess we gotta get those miniature marshmallows. And I'll do the crescent rolls, and you do the cranberry.
Yeah.
You know I can't cook.
Love her.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'll see you tomorrow then. Gobble, gobble. Oh, bye-bye. Welcome to Marathon. May I help you?
Yes.
How may I help you?
You can start by wiping that fucking dumbass smile off your rosy fucking cheeks. Then you can give me a fucking automobile, a fucking Datsun, a fucking Toyota, a fucking Mustang, a fucking Buick, 4 fucking wheels and a seat.
I really don't care for the way you're speaking to me.
And I really don't care for the way your company left me in the middle of fucking nowhere with fucking keys to a fucking car that isn't fucking there. And I really didn't care to fucking walk down a fucking highway and across a fucking runway to get back here to have you smile in my fucking face. I want a fucking car right fucking now.
May I see your rental agreement?
I threw it away.
Boy,
Oh boy, what?
you're fucked.
Ah! If you've got Showtime, perfect place to tune in to watch Home for the Holidays with Holly Hunter. This totally takes place at Thanksgiving. It's got an all-star cast. Anne Bancroft and Charles Durning are her parents, and Robert Downey Jr. is her brother, and Geraldine Chaplin's her aunt, and Claire Danes, who's also good in a Christmas movie, she's her daughter. Oh, this reminds us so much of what it's like to spend the holidays with your family. Sometimes you get on each other's nerves. Sometimes you have big fights. Sometimes the most ridiculous things happen, and they all happen in this terrific movie directed by Jodie Foster. Oh, love this movie. A little thing I want to give away. Charles Durning is so funny. So, and I want to try this at home. So he wants some of the pie, but it's not Thanksgiving yet. So he lifts up the outer layer and digs from below and then puts it back down. I think we should all try to do that for Thanksgiving. Don't you think so? I love this movie. Geraldine Chaplin, who is an overlooked actress, has this one scene that is so meaningful, and actually in a funny movie you have this one scene that kind of breaks your heart a little bit. If you want to see that scene and all the comedy, watch Home for the Holidays. It's on a couple of streamers, but mostly if you want it for free, it's on Showtime. Oh my God, I also love What's Cooking, which takes place on Thanksgiving. You could find this on Stars, by the way. And oh, it has several families. So we see all these different traditions. We see a Jewish family's Thanksgiving, a black family's, an Asian family, and they're all in the same neighborhood. And at some point, all their various stories tie together. But until that happens, you could see all of this wonderful food being prepared and eaten. I love the way it shows all the cultures of these people. And nice twist, it's got lesbians. Who wouldn't love a lesbian for Thanksgiving? And the cast, oh my God. We've got Mercedes Rule, Alfre Woodard, Joan Chen, Kira Sedgwick. Oh, all these wonderful people. I love this movie. Watch it with me. Let's go to all these houses for dinner, shall we? Oh, there was Lady Kazan. Love her too. Kentucky Fried Chicken, what? Oh, and then there's the wonderful search engine. You can find it on Tubi or the Roku channel. It's from a young filmmaker, Russell Brown, who seems to delight me in every which way. He gets big stars like Connie Stevens and Jolie Fisher, who are mother-daughter in real life, to be in this film. His latest film has Jacqueline Bisset. How does he get these people? This movie, it also takes place at Thanksgiving, but it has a very interesting plot twist. So we're all gathered, and typically, if you don't want to talk to your family, what do? You go on your phone. You do sex apps, you play games. Well, guess what? All their phones go out of service at Thanksgiving, so they actually have to talk to each other. This is really a delightful film with a very interesting, good cast, great stories, and it always makes me feel connected to these people and makes me feel at home for the holidays. Oh, now let's get a little more obscure with Diary of a Mad Housewife. You can't find it on all your streaming channels, but you can find the full movie on YouTube for free. Absolutely. It came out in 1970, and it introduced us to Carrie Snodgrass, who was up for an Oscar and a Golden Globe and a couple of other awards. She plays the housewife of really this pompous, arrogant, condescending man. I don't know why this isn't a murder mystery. She just kills Richard Benjamin. Nothing he says to her is uplifting or helpful. This does not devoted to being a Thanksgiving film. There is a Thanksgiving scene where she makes dinner a little differently and everyone's complaining. But because she's so bored with that awful life of his, she meets a lover, Frank Langella. I think this is his film debut. He won a couple of awards too. He's fantastic in this. This movie doesn't have the following it should. It's really great. And there's even Alice Cooper songs in it, so how could you miss? So go to YouTube, look for Diary of a Mad Housewife and find the complete version, and you will be so happy that you saw this great performance from Carrie Snodgrass, who was definitely an up-and-comer at this time. She didn't really blow up the way she should have, but she's talented nonetheless. The Object of My Affection also has just one Thanksgiving scene, so that's not the theme. But it's really kind of Jennifer Aniston's breakthrough movie. She was already successful with Friends. And a lot of times people in TV make movies and they often fail. As we know, her career really flourished even as a movie star. And this is such a sweet performance where she plays a teacher who befriends a gay person. And she has a better relationship with him than she does with her boyfriend. So when it's time for her to have a baby, she decides maybe my gay friend would be a better father, played by Paul Rudd. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of other stars in here, Alan Alda, Allison Janney. But this reminds us that Paul Rudd never ages. Doesn't he still look just like that? This movie's probably 20 years old, or almost 20. You can find it on Amazon Prime for a few dollars, so you should check it out because it's really sweet-natured. And it reminds us that Jennifer Aniston is more than just a pretty face. Starting Over is really a great movie. You can find it on Prime for a few dollars. It actually has a lot of interesting things behind the scenes, besides the great actors of Jill Clayburgh and Candice Bergen, who are Oscar nominated. Burt Reynolds, who should have been Oscar nominated, even he thinks so. He was kind of mad that he wasn't. But the director, Alan J. Pakula, who did a lot of great dramas and suspense things in our thing, did a light movie here. And he also did not think that Burt Reynolds should have been even in the film. But later on, he realized he made a mistake because Burt is terrific as a man divorcing his wife, Candice Bergen, who wants to have a singing career. Then he meets Jill Clayburgh. Jill was super hot. Hot as in commodity, making this, because she was doing two other movies at the same time. She had just finished doing an unmarried woman, so she had back-to-back Oscar nominations. I think this movie is really underrated because it's not the giant hit that it could have been, but it did do well. But it should have had Bird an Oscar nomination, maybe Best Screenplay by James L. Brooks, who did Terms of Endearment and The Mary Tyler Moore Show. And this awful song was really good because at the end it's sung by a talented singer. Because by the way, Candice Bergen, who proves she can act in this movie, one of her talents in this movie as an actress is she's a terrible singer. In fact, let's listen to her awful vocals, done on purpose, I think.
Better than ever, I'm better than ever. You'll never go looking for anyone else. I needed some time till I found myself, and now I'm better than ever. I'll be better than ever. You wrote the song for us. We'll never say goodbye again. Throw off the shoes and come on in. Say hello to an old romance. Say hello to a second chance. Where you've been so long, my love. Come on back where you belong. You and me together. Better than ever. This time forever. Maybe I missed your tender touch. I've been out on my own and I learned so much. Come on and show me. Come on and hold you. Don't be scared of what might come of this. I've been saving up all my tenderness.
Better than ever, to be better. Hey, 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 better than ever. Watch the movie, stay till the end, and you'll hear a good version by Stephanie Mills. Oh, and by the way, the Thanksgiving part is just a Thanksgiving dinner, so that's not the main plot of the movie, but it's a great film anyway. Well, technically, that's our show of the week. I am sneaking one more in, Les Bomb, about lesbians that decide to go home for Thanksgiving and tell people their news, that they're lesbians and a couple. But of course, many things happen. The wrenches get thrown in the way. It's very cute and funny. I found this at a film festival. Hope you look it up. It's on Peacock, so you will find it there and enjoy it. I will be back next week with a very special show. So I hope until then you share and subscribe and comment below. You enjoy your turkey. None of these were turkeys. Thank goodness for that. But I will see you later. Bye-bye.